Well, hello to episode 10 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis, and just to give you all a rough take of where we are and how we're getting on in the top dog leagues, the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League and the King of the Travellers. So just give a quick my take of the weekend and how everybody is doing in our league. First of all, let's check out the Champions League stacked. But I think 62 minutes. Yeah, Mahrez is taking the penalties there, as you see. It's funny now what's going on here. I suppose he's good enough. Cancelo scoring again, Walker. So the width has worked for City today. Foden again is the hot property. And in my video, I'm asking the question, what City midfielder do we need? Most people have a Diaz or Cancelo in their team, but he's played now. These guys have played, so we'll be often playing again now for the Premier League, which is the main thing that we're looking at. Seeing the City team there, 2, 3, and 14. So Walker, Rubens, Diaz, Laporte. So Ake's come on. Laporte got booked. So Ake's come on. Cancelo. So we'll see. I don't know what's happened to John Stones, but there you go. The Bruins come off early. You know, City they've got their 3 goals and they can just chill now. And there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4. So you can, I think, 5 subs in the Champions League. Sterling's on, who's absolutely been shocking. I do the Sun Dream team, and this game week I got rid of Sterling and Rafinha because I knew both. I knew Sterling would play, but he's a waste of money, and his price going down every week. And also Rafinha I knew was out, so you get 0 points if there's no subs in Sun Dream team. So I got rid of them too, and I got in Moambi from Brentford and Kevin De Bruyne, and I'm really happy. I got 13 points that I wouldn't have got otherwise, and that's what you got to do. You only have 5 substitutions a month, and they refresh the first Friday of every month, so you have to be careful. I've used 2 already, and I'm winning my work league here in Redbridge, in the Redbridge department. So going back to this, you can see that De Bruyne will be playing at the weekend anyway, so he's definitely a shout. And in this video, when you watch it, keep an eye out for the differentials. My God, there's some proper differentials out there. Quite hefty enough price, but you know, they're worth considering if you're a little bit lower in your mini leagues, or you want to steal a march on somebody. Maybe consider these guys that will be in the video soon. Yeah, I highlighted Son and Vardy last week. 5-1. Palmer, Walker, 2 for Mahrez. My God, Mahrez seems to be the Champions League dude. Sterling's got 1 finally, and FIRMINO. Oh yeah, this is delayed because I was doing my video, so that's the final result, 5-1. Bruyne only an assist there. He's probably just sat back in that role that he sometimes plays the maestro. So be careful with that one. De Bruyne can be frustrating like that, and then let others do the work and just keep the whole thing ticking, and he controls the game like a maestro, you know, conductor and orchestra, and he allows the look at the backs that Walker's worth considering now, but Cancelo, yeah. So the guys that's started tonight, just beware. Sterling seems to probably have a run now in the Premier League, but he's not scoring. I wouldn't have anybody. He probably will start scoring, but the World Cup guys or the European Championship finalist guys from England, they've been so slow starting. It's just been shocking. The shame about Saka from Arsenal as well. I kind of recommended to Arsenal lads because they had some great fixtures, but he's gone off injured now before at half time, and he probably won't be fit for the match on Friday. It's an early Friday kickoff. I think it's Arsenal as well, so that will not be a good turnaround for Saka owners there. And I don't know if he will be, if you got something on the bench, probably keep Saka. You know, depending if you got a Liverano or a Gray or somebody off the bench that will fit in there, because it's just down to faith. I have to show faith in my team as well. I've got in San Maximum. Okay, he's not done a lot, but Antonio only got 1 point last week, so I've made 1 point on that knee-jerk reaction. West Ham games will be getting tougher, so that's a calculated choice. They've got Spurs up next, which, well, depending on who you ask, Spurs or West Ham, they're going to be saying that's an easy one. Villa away is never easy. and West Ham at the bottom have Liverpool. I know they have a tricky fixture list, so I'm happy enough to keep Sam Maximum. I think. Look, is not everybody's cup of tea, but he is exciting to watch. I tell you, and not so the fixtures. You just don't know. There has to be some sort of rebound, but they were atrocious against Spurs the other day, so I wouldn't. And there was rumors of in fighting between Lascelles and another player in Newcastle, all rowing and shouting and fighting in the tunnel and all this after the match against Spurs, where they lost 3-2. So, yeah, again with Firmino in the video, you'll see I already have Jota, so I can't really get in Bobby, and I've already got three. So they're going to be rotated, and Liverpool have, I think they have Atletico Madrid coming up. Okay, I think tomorrow probably. Let's get out of this. Besiktas, one Sporting. So this, you're joking me? No way, it could not be right. Liverpool are playing tonight in 5 minutes. Okay, I better make this a short one. I want to get a dodgy stream for that. I can't believe it. So I'm trying to think. Did Liverpool play? They must have played on Saturday. Yeah, they played on Saturday. Sorry, folks. Yeah, I know that. Watford and the genius that is Mo Salah. Yeah, so fair enough. Fair enough. They're playing tonight. So I wonder will Jota be playing? If he is playing and Firmino's rested, then you can kind of trust what Klopp's doing. He is pretty logical, and I'm very worried. I bought him at 7.7 and now he's down to 7.5. But you sell him, you crystallize the debt. So I might as well just keep what I have and hope he get. Look, there's nothing wrong with Jota. He's a brilliant player. He's scoring goals for Portugal. But Bobby's back now. So let's get into the video. Anything else to report? Not happy with Martial, but at least he plays. I love Duffy. It's either him or Liverano, so he's my Liverano. Sanchez is unbelievable. James came on for that bonus point. Every point counts, especially in the King of the Travellers. Sarr's going to come into some terrible fixtures for Watford now coming up. They failed that. Okay, what Liverpool's no joke, but they just haven't looked. They got Everton away coming up. I got in Watford and Sarr because of the fixtures, and now they're look at that for a run. Arsenal, United, Leicester away, Chelsea, City. So I'll be benching Sarr. Also, listen, this Man United, they've got a lot of grief. Damien Delaney came on off the ball. I was watching on YouTube. I'm a great follower of Off the Ball. A shout out for them. And Damien Delaney says the distance between the midfield and the two centre backs was like a cricket pitch. Yeah, he was saying as a midfielder, you look back, you've lost the ball, and your centre backs are over there. So he was just really the like two banks that were as long as the Zyder Zealand, between defense and midfield. There's something awful wrong with United. They have the players at United to get you out of trouble, individual brilliance, but there's this. I don't know what they're doing really. They have wingers galore, width galore, but they're not cohesive and solid in the center. I just don't think they can play without McTominay and Fred in the middle. I think they need two defensive midfielders, because Maguire is like an oil tanker when he's trying to turn. Once you've got him, you've got him. I think he's a great defender. He's a great attacking defender. He's good for FPL, but so I think he'd probably rush back for that game against Leicester. Leicester are no great shakes, but they definitely they exposed United, and that's going to be a hard one because people analyze that performance, and Ole's got an awful lot to do. He'll probably get some results now. They need a result against Atalanta, so that's coming up probably tomorrow, I think. So let's have a crack at the video. Just did it today after work. Yeah, so this is just what we're doing here in Ballyhaunis and around the environs, you know, Toreen, Ohermore and Ballinlough. We've got players from Castlerea and we've, you know, Knock and Brickens and Ballandine. I'm on about that little triangle that cuts between Mayo, Roscommon and Galway to Milltown, Ballandine, that area. I'm on about, I hope to have players like that in this league, a local league, which I sponsor, the main prize representing the Christy Nicholson pub. If this thing ever gets bigger, we're going to talk to Christy about sponsorship, believe me. But at the moment, it's quite small, but great players. So I'm keeping this going. This is the second year of FPL Top Dogs. We have resident guys here in the video. All these dudes here are all our like hardy boys, kind of from the Ballyhaunis area. They have all came on at certain times, mainly last year, but this year, you know, one or two have come on, which is appreciated. But I think the guys here, and they appreciate just an analysis of their team and my take on and the way I test, and maybe it helps them in some way, because all the material the guys say that they watch and listen to everything just to get feedback and see what the crack is. So shout out to the guys there. Thanks for all your help. Yes, I want to have a mention to this guy, Gerry Freeley, you know, Hazel Hill Mafia down there. And but I'm keeping tabs on him and the King of the Travellers. We're 7 wins and 1 defeat out of 8, which is phenomenal going. We'll have a look at that later on and then see how we all got on. But as it stands, there's not a bad strike rate. And I'll soon be playing Gerry, I think, and we'll see who cracks first. But there's the knot is starting to take shape after eight games, but it's very competitive. It's still a trophy. It's still a top dog official trophy. There are 5 altogether: first place, second place, third place in the Christy Nicholson pub, and the 4th place is like a consolation prize called the Kirk Clapp Memorial Trophy in respect to my late Kirk Clapp, who was a football referee in California, who I knew online. I thought it would be best because I hate 4 places, you know, it's a bad place to be. So last year David McNamara won it, and the trophy's back home in Clare Road. Same with, I've got something for the Hitman Nestor, and I've got a couple of trophies still left to be collected for Aidan Fitzmaurice as well, from out Brackloon way. I know his dad Kieran pretty well. They're mad Mayo. So that's a shout out for Gerry. You're doing good. Not so great in the league, but definitely in the knot. It's listen, it's a mixture of luck and fortune. You can get when you win, when you're not doing well, it's phenomenal. That's how leagues are won. So there's 38 rounds in the knot as normal. So we've had 8 and there's 30 left. A long way to go. Right, just that's the pub there in Ballyhaunis. Last year's winner, Joey Neenan, who finished 79th overall in the world. So this is like shout out to the Commando, phenomenal player. And we got the Shane Healy, the face of, that's why we call him the face man, the face of Ballyhaunis. And then Aidan, Han Solo Fitzmaurice. Han Solo because he's got the grin of Han himself in Star Wars. Bobby Tappin Firmino. This is one of the differentials. You have to keep tabs on. Only 2.8% own this guy. Scored a hat trick. Now, I think he'll be mixing in and out. It's very hard. There's going to be rotation in that Liverpool top 3, of course. Now, last season, yes, Firmino and Jota were playing together in some of the so-called easier games. I've noticed that I was able, but I think they're just going to be a straight swap now and a rotation. So I am worried about Jota, but I'm going to keep faith in him. I have him now. Look, I could get rid of Jota and then upgrade to Firmino and get rid of Maximum, but I'm going to give Maximum a chance. I've got Hwang in there. I know he'll play every game. Wolves aren't distracted by Europe, so I like that, and they've got a good run. So it's about keeping faith and seeing where we are. Look, I'm a great fan of Firmino. from 2014 to 15, 16, 18. I'd had to have Firmino with himself, Mane and Salah, and a lot of my teams that have done well in the past. So not ruling him out, and he's back. The Bobby tapping Firmino is back. Look, I have to mention, this is the Egyptian King Part 2 from last week, the amazing goal against City. I think it was 2 weeks ago before the international break. And now we have this. Everybody goes on about Messi. Oh, that's Messi. That's possibly, but before Messi, there was Georgie Best. Georgie Best was doing this stuff from since before I was born. 68 in the when United won the European Cup, but 74, like okay, I was born, but look, that to me, look, the way that the three Watford guys went one way, he done them a little jink there. The other Watford guy that tried to come back sat him in his arse, and then he's curled it in with the left and the far right. It's just phenomenal. Genius, and it's just it's frightening now. So Liverpool are going to have this fear concept now for the next few months, because every defender is going to be, they're not going to know what to do with Salah, because you can't tackle him in the box. It's going to be a penalty. So hands up for Mo Salah there. Phenomenal. You have to have him, and you had everyone captain them last week, which was an easy captain. You could captain them against United, but when will he get a rest? Not for that game, but he will eventually. Kevin De Bruyne, I'm not just saying Kevin should be up there for a City, but I think it's coming to a time where we should have a City. We definitely should have a City midfielder. I'm worried about Jack Grealish. He's not scoring. He's gone quiet. He's gone cold in the last 4 games. Even no assists as well. So I think he's been messed about out on the left for Sterling sometimes. I think his best role in behind the strikers, not necessarily. What he does is that he takes up the ball in midfield and runs with it, causes mayhem, gets frees. His big thing is the maestro, the same really that he did for Villa, but what Kevin De Bruyne does. Now, since Kevin's come back, Jack is definitely not really the maestro, and he has to become the scorer. He's got to become the finisher, or at least the setter-upper. And so, as you saw tonight, now all their defenders are scoring and free reign. But well, I still think De Bruyne. If there's anybody, it's a lot of money, 11.9 million. I'm talking myself definitely in the Sun Dream team. That's why I'm kind of highlighting them because of that, because he's still Kevin De Bruyne, and if you can find a way to fit him in, like a lot of people will have that with Cristiano Ronaldo, and so many have gone off him now, starting from last week. Now there's something like 300,000 off. What's the story? Let's just have a quick look at the data here. What's the latest? I think Cristiano is the highest transferred out here. He is 382,000 haven't gone. Alonso is out because there's like 200,000 have got him out because they're worried about the Chilwell now. And like that's what Chilwell's back in. Now I got in Chilwell. It was a very easy decision. I had like over about 3 million in the bank, and I just got rid of Brandon Williams from Norwich, who is being made the scapegoat for Norwich's poor form, and they've got 2 draws since they've left him out. So I think it's fair to say that Mr. Williams has got a lot to learn now. So it was an easy decision to get in Chilwell. He's only about 5.6 when I got him. So obviously Rudiger here is out because of the injury, but he's a bit boring. I know he scored against Spurs, but Chilwell excites. And also this guy Chalobah, he was 4.9, but he could be 5 or 5.1 for all I know. He's definitely got. As for Lecheka, of course, he's the captain. He can't go wrong. He has his days. He assists. But for me, seeing Chilwell up there, the last to arrive on the left post is wow. It's just I think it's his time, and he's got something nearly about 20, but 12 and 8 points or something. He's definitely in 2 games. He's got a load of points. So he's hit the ground running there. Again, a bit of a slow starter from the Euros. Okay, Salah. I can't believe how many have not been on Salah before. 130,000 not on Salah. But it's a bit too late now. We all have Salah. Townsend, quiet again. Listen, I don't think Townsend's going to score every game. This guy is a sub guy. Okay, he's on penalties, but you've got Townsend, Demarai Gray, and who's the other guy at Everton that's well liked. There's three of them anyway that can be that can share the points around. What else? Ronaldo, Alonso, Rudiger, Pogba. Okay, he's mulling over that contract. He's 18 months left, and he's in the total control. And Jota, well, people, I don't see Firmino in there, so people are just freeing up Jota to make money to get other bits and pieces. And Vardy, of course. Yeah, okay. Last week I mentioned Vardy and Son. Now I did. I still have money that I can get in Son, or both of them. I can wrangle something, but I'm waiting for a second transfer. I've only got one at the moment, so I'm going to let it ride and see what I'm going to do with a mini shakedown in next game week 11. See what I'm going to do, because I like Son and I like Vardy. Vardy's so streaky, he's scoring now. So, but I think Leicester have a tricky enough run coming up, so we'll see. So that's that bit. So what else is in the video? Yeah, shout out for Bernardo Silva. He could be handy, but then again, you're hoping that if he doesn't start, then he just has a zero. He's very, very likely coming on at any stage. And I'm not sure about Foden. Lots of people got on Foden, but he really shines a lot in the Champions League, doesn't he? He's really a Champions League player. He's a mini De Bruyne, really. So, like City, the thing that they have a lot of maestros, but they need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. And they don't have enough of these, like Bobby Firmino. That's the guy. That's who I would advise City to buy. Just get in Bobby, but he'll never go to City. Well, he's loved. AUBA is back, yes. And also, I'm going to say KANE is back. The two of them are out. Arsenal and, well, Gerry Feeney. Arsenal and Tottenham. They're both two sides of one coin here in North London. Maybe okay, a Spurs fan, okay, fine enough. But big AFC Wimbledon fan, come on. I've seen more AFC at Wimbledon this year than I have Tottenham, but that will change soon enough. Yeah, AUBA at 9.9 million is another differential, 2.5 million along with Bobby Firmino. That's phenomenal value. I think he will start every game. That goal at the cute angle on the left post, that was after that rebound the other day against Palace, was phenomenal, very instinctive. I think he should have scored one or two more, but look, 9.9 million, he's a striker. I think he's in the striking mode now, so he's not a midfielder this year. So it's a punt. If you're a bit down, well, give it a go. You know, Arsenal have a nice run coming up. It's saying that I thought they should have bet Palace, but Palace are no joke now under Patrick Vieira. And I heard over here that Patrick Vieira was sung all night, and that poor old Arteta didn't get one mention. The two of them are former captains of Arsenal, of course. But the Arsenal fans were singing that song. He came from Senegal to play for Arsenal. There you go. I'm not total anti-Arsenal. I'm football, but I'm definitely in the Spurs camp. And I'm just saying, I'm a reporter also. I'm just reporting the facts. That's what the Arsenal fans did the other night. KANE is back, first goal, 12.1 mil, 5.2 still differential. People are still either backing Ronaldo or Lukaku. I'm worried about Lukaku, but I'm not getting rid of him before Norwich, for God's sake. And they've got Chilwell and James to see what they do. And I'll reassess the whole situation with Chelsea after the Norwich game. And I'm telling you, that Lukaku's on his last chance. If he blanks for me this week as a captain, finito. I don't care. As Chelsea, they're not very free scoring. And against Brentford, geez, they were absolutely pummeled in that second half. And I don't know how in God's name that Brentford didn't score. If it's like, talk about a smash and grab. That was the smash and grab. Now people are saying, "Oh, you got to win. You win the title. You play like that. You need to get these one." No, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Lukaku is goalless in 5, I think. Albeit there's some difficult matches with City and a few others in Liverpool. It's not automatic right to score, but he want to start scoring quick. And Kane's got his first, so Kane's back with a goal and assist. Looking, Spurs are just phenomenal there with Son again. That's exactly how I want to see them play, and I'm watch. And I'm happy for Nuno. I like Nuno. I don't think he's the best manager in the world, but he's definitely a proper Premier League manager. He's quality. He just needs time to figure it out a bit, and I can see what he's trying to do at Tottenham. And Ndombele was just, he can only give a good 55 minutes. After that, that's it. He just runs out of juice. Whereas Sissoko, the guy before, he was the same. He would run out of juice by 60 minutes, but then in the last year or two of it, we could get him to 90 minutes, and he just ran the show. I remember being in Wembley for playing Real Madrid, and he just ran the show. It was just amazing to watch. 3-0 or 3-2. So I think it was 3-2. I think it was Dortmund with bet 3-0. He ran the show that night. Those were the days. Wembley Stadium, watching Champions League, beating the best teams in the world. I even saw Barcelona there as well, where we lost that one 4-2 or 5-2 or something. Messi, just again, what can he do? So there's a lot of differentials out there, and Gerry's a differential, definitely. Definitely, he's surprised me this year, especially in the knot. Now let's have a quick look at what the story is here. We got Fergal Walsh here, Saka's unicorn. He's a bit of a unicorn. He's like, I'm telling you, at the moment, he's unlucky, and the Euros, the final, the penalty. Now he's injured. He's done great against Spurs. I thought that, come on, like himself, Odegaard and Smith Rowe after the Spurs, we said, well, I think Arsenal are coming. They're coming. Geez, this is phenomenal. But since the Spurs match, what's the story? I'm talking a lot. Yes, I can rabbit on. All right. Since the Spurs result 3-1, I thought they're going to run the show, but since then, I think they've got 2 draws. You had the Brighton, that was a damn squib, but Brighton were brilliant. They should have scored as well. And then this is the last one when they drew 2-2 with Palace. So there's 2 draws, 2 points out of 6. This is not where Arsenal fans want their team to be going. But I tell you one thing, Fergal Walsh here, top of the Christy. He's been coming out for the last 2 or 3 game weeks, catching the eye. Canos is interesting. I think that 1.8% is like, if he does anything, very little people have him. It's like a rating. For instance, Salah has 147%, so you're losing big time if you don't have him, and others have him, then you're getting destroyed. So that's the way that works. Smith Rowe, I still think Arsenal have the fixtures. I'm sure they have the fixtures. I don't have any Arsenal on my team. Go to the leagues and we'll go into AUBA. So he's definitely, so fixtures. Villa's home, okay. They couldn't put Palace away. That still can be tricky. Spurs found it hard to get past them at 2-1. Leicester away. Leicester won't be intimidated. That's tricky. Watford at home. Now, again, that should be a banker. So Newcastle, apart from you can rest a couple, for the Liverpool game, I would definitely rest or consider definitely getting rid of Arsenal players after the Newcastle match there in game week 13. So I think Arsenal are good to go until 13. So that's why you should, if you have Saka, just keep him on the bench and maybe get rid of Gilmore, or I got rid of Williams, okay, and so I improve my bench to make sure I have something on it. So that's what I would do with the Arsenal box when they're playing. Is it Liverpool that we saw there? So let's just say Fergie's team. Yeah, United, they have Liverpool. So I'd rest them for that one. Get them in for the Newcastle. Wouldn't be too afraid of United or Everton. Seriously, I wouldn't be too overall by anything. I definitely think I have no Arsenal in my team, so I can't talk. But if you have Arsenal, I'd keep them. I really have to consider. I'm looking at my team. Can I fit an Arsenal in there? I have 2 million in the bank after getting in Chilwell. Better go to the So this is my team for next game week. Can't beat Sanchez. Chilwell can. Good stuff. I'm keeping TAA for the match week. James or for the season. Gray, okay. I'm debating about Sarr and Jota. So maybe will Jota take part? I'll see what the match is going here now. The Liverpool match. So 2-0 up Liverpool. My God, that's a quick start. What in God's name is happening here? Salah, Keita, TAA's on. That's a strong team. Naby Keita, Henderson, Milner, Salah, Firmino, Jota's on the bench. I like that. It seems that it makes sense that if like Bobby's playing the Premier League game, then he gets the Champions League game, and then they start. Well, Jota gets the game, and then maybe he starts. It could be the 2-game cycle thing going on there. So I think I will actually just swap. I think I'll just keep faith with him, but it's just Bizarre or Gray, whatever it is, or I might just rest Wang or rest him because I still think that's not Watford. He's on penalties. It's not a big decision to make, whatever, but that's the story there. So going back to Fergal's team, so Cancelo, Dunk. Yeah, I love Dunk. I have Sanchez and Duffy. Dunk isn't scoring, but that was probably bonus 3 points. Antonio Fernández Vardy is in the rage. Aubameyang's in the rage. So you can see that Fergie's team is definitely anti-Lukaku, anti-Cristiano Ronaldo, anti a lot of the big guns that we have here. There's no Jimenez. It's got Salah. That's one of the reasons why he's up there now winning, because we're all on other stuff. I suppose I could put in KANE there to rock the boat with him there. But I'm not playing Fergal at the moment. I'm a bit too far back. It's like, what is he? 530. I am on 17th place, but there's nothing. Okay, 50 points. 50 points is nothing. It can change in one of your chips. The main key is to keep there and thereabouts for everybody. I'm not particularly watching. Stephen Strzed had a bit of a stinker this week. He's not happy. Not a lot to come off the bench there. People have to start thinking about Ronaldo. Some are going to panic, some won't. Can't be relying on Arsenal clean sheets, really. Antonio needs to fire. Christian has done well. Look, things to consider there. Starman, Ado. See, I hate that Walker and Grealish on the bench. It's that City trap drives you mad. Rafinha will be back again. He's just too late coming back from Brazil, where he had a game, and 36 hours. You can't do it. Less than 36 hours now. The other Sarr. It's just faith again. So he's done his wild card. So it's just basically faith. I'm just awful worried about Grealish and Walker. You just can't predict it. Kieran Kiley, known as Long Dog. Yeah, fair enough. Cody's done well. His bench has done well. All these, yeah, he's not lost any. Well, apart from Saka, that was unlucky there. 61's a good score. He's having a good season. Can't say anything wrong about Long Dog there. Jason Coyne's done brilliant. Where did he get 82 points from? Cresswell, myself, Mendy, of course. Surely, he kept a clean sheet, so that's 6 points. So he's got no saves. He must have saved. So he didn't even get the the probably Chilwell got the bonus 3 points, but Mendy I think was man of the match, to be honest. There, it doesn't make a difference really. 6, so he probably got 2 bonus. He probably got something in save. I think he probably had 2 points in saves. I don't have Mendy. I'm not going rooting for it now. Gray, he's got stuff on the bench going forward that looks good. Pogba's a bit of an issue. But he's got his own way and he's doing it Jason's way. Gerry now. Sorry, Gerry, you're doing actually quite well. You're not just a knot. You're doing better than I haven't been looking at this properly, but you've had a storming week and you've gone up, played the wild card, and in this week you made plenty of tracks. You've got a green arrow. You must have been down a little bit where I was, where you 5-10. 30 points on me. So fair play. You're having a great season. Mahrez is interesting now. He's played tonight and he's on Penos apparently. Louise, interesting. Vardy, great. Lukaku, not so sure. This guy Armstrong, that was shocking. This guy called Brora scored. Armstrong's meant to be playing 6 million rated FPL player, but he didn't get a game, and we're not sure what's happening to Armstrong. Adam, I think Armstrong. Wembo, fair play, okay. Going forward, that's fine. Quick look at Morgan. The eye test, Kovacic is still there. 51, good score, good and solid. Fine, great bench, very interesting team, very interesting. A lot of rabbits in the hat there in that team. Everyone I see there is basically 90-minute man, apart from Lukaku, who was took off of 74 minutes last game. Joey Neenan, last year's winner of the Christy Nicholson, his first trophy. Alan, not so sure. He got rid of Traore in the last game week, as you can see, for Foden. Foden's done okay, but still, it's a punt. It's not a punt. It's more than a punt, but there's a lot in that City team playing the maestro. He'll do phenomenal. We'll have to see. I think Foden is a good shout, I suppose, for that City midfielder. I'm not getting in a City midfielder at the minute, though. Ronaldo, keeping faith. He's a Liverpool man as well, so Shaw, that should be gone. He should be gone ages ago, Shaw. It's an easy sub to bring in another Liverpool, he has no TA, which is worrying. No City defender. I think listen, if you don't have 2 Chelsea defenders, you need 2 City defenders and the Chelsea, or 2 Chelseas in the City, or a Liverpool, Chelsea, and City. Why not? You can do it that way. But to not have either a Liverpool, City, or Chelsea is Rudiger now needs. So he needs to. I think he's tried to roll this game week and then probably use 2 transfers in the next game week, and he'll sort that out. Han Solo, fine. Odegaard, okay, fair enough. He takes frees, but that's about it. Sexy cross sometimes, and he always scores against Spurs, so fair enough. Decore was all the rage, was going quiet now. He's gone cold. We're worried about Alonso and Rudiger, of course. It's a lot of money on the bench. Duffy, fair enough. Sanchez, they've been brilliant. The Brighton defense has been phenomenal this season with Duncan. That's seriously unbelievable. So happy for Duffy, at least. Everyone's raging about Gallagher, but he's having a few good games. But over the season, I don't think he's going to be like what you need. It's like you got to pick your fights with him to have him on and off. Greenwood, fair enough. Just pick out a few more. This is going on a bit too long, this video already. What's the Snowman done? 59 points. Good game week for him. Manico is just tricking around with the points, isn't he? 4 million defender, and he's getting points, mate. This is a great guy to have. Probably got the assist there. He got an assist there against Spurs. Fair enough. Yeah, I like. This is what I wanted. Want. Well, actually, look, Liverano, you can't say no. You can't say wrong there. Jota, I think he'll play now. Looking at Firmino starting, and he's on the bench again. So unless I was really worried if Jota doesn't start the next game for Liverpool. Try this United away. Is it United away? Yeah. What's the latest here in the champs? Oh, Griezmann's back. He's back from Barcelona to his home club. Some players should never leave the club. People like Michael Owen should never have left Liverpool. And there's loads of examples of players leaving it. They're just born to play for a certain team. And look at Robbie Keane left Spurs to go to Liverpool. He didn't last 10 months. Had to come back and just fit in, scoring goals again, just as if nothing ever happened. Okay, it's just an observation that. Snowman, so on the bench, look, I'm just worried. The way with Alonso is you start him every game. He probably there's a good chance he will play. He won't be discarded overnight. But there you go. I think that Chalobah is very interesting to have. It looks like that he won't start. He will if he starts the games, fair enough. But if he doesn't, then he just stays on the bench, which is good. So as long as you've got, so I think it's becoming really all about the bench guys this season. The bench is already coming into play, mega. If I've ever seen one. Pat Kiley, fair enough. 66, clickety click. He's gone, still kept with Ings. Pa, you're very faithful to your Ingsy boy. The big friendly giant quickly. He's stuck with Fernandez and he's still squeaked out with a 51, which is phenomenal. It's not Captain Salah, but he's gone with Bruno. The Oracle, Mark Phillips, didn't have the best weeks. The bench let him down quite bad. I'm not sure if he's done his wild card yet, but there's a bit of surgery there to be done looking at it. And the direction, like some people, they kind of lose direction after a while, and where they're going, their focus, and they start looking at other people's teams, and I got to get this, and they start chasing points. Sometimes it's really best to, what does my team need right now? That's why I asked the question, what do I really need? What I really needed was to get rid of bloody Williams. He was costing me points. He wasn't coming on, and I lost a couple of players because I had nothing on the bench. That's what I solved. So with Marks, if he's got 2 free transfers, Shaw is just a waste of time. Okay, he might score a hat-trick next time against Liverpool. I don't know, but I'd keep Alonso. Well, I'm worried about Grealish now. Antonio with that hard run. He's got my mate Brendan Williams or Ryan Williams, whatever his name is. Ayling is injured. Scarlett will never play. Gray, well, most people are on Townsend. Jota, Firmino, well, Barama is not scoring now. He has very little chances, but he was putting them away. Now he's not getting chances. Diaz is, well, that's typical, that's just the 6 points in it. Sanchez, just the 6 points. Gilmore for Grealish was that or for Grealish Gilmore. Okay, just hopefully Grealish will start playing regularly in the Premier League. It's the Guru Killer. Look, Mopai is definitely a different team to everybody's anyway. Mings, he's doing his own thing. The Guru Killer's always done his own thing. You cannot tell the Guru Killer anything because his way does what he does for him, and nobody knows what it is, but it suits him. Yeah, James Lyon, Jack Coyne there. I don't want to go too far. Can't really go too far. Going down to James Crane from Boyle Sports and the Bomber Lines, propping everybody up, which no better man's shoulders to do is the Bomber. A quick look at the Bomber. What the hell? Why not? The Dubai guy. back from Dubai. Look, there's nothing wrong with Lloris. I like Van Dijk and Matry starting to get game time. Thiago was injured. He needs to keep an eye on his team. Jesus, he needs to be on all the time. He needs to pick his fights with Jesus and when not to leave him. Noble's got to go. He doesn't start anymore. Manny, fair enough. Good stuff. So I say he's got half a good team there. He just needs to be more hands-on, really, and he'd start picking up points. But he needs, obviously, no Salah. You know, I if he hasn't done the wild card, I'll be getting in Salah and Son and Vardy. That would be a quick job, and hopefully they will fly well. Yeah, hopefully this brings me back to. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, in the NOS, Connor Hussey defeated the average. Yeah, Gerry Freeley's won his game against Niall Richardson, the football coach. Ballyhaunis Town. Guru takes out James Crane. Nothing to write home about there. Duncan Hannon does Stephen stress. Stephen, that's a big defeat there for Steve. He was doing well there, and that's 3 points off me and Freeley there. Owen Rowe has took out the Starman, which he's not big into the King of the Travellers, but it's still a trophy. Like it's still one of the ones you only be fighting for. That's shocking about William Nestor. How in God's name he's been took out there by Pat Kiley. But to go William, I think he trip-capped Harry Kane, just to highlight that. I don't know, Dennis Pereira, no. Pinnock, I know, but Lloris, no. Too much money in that goalkeeper. Sterling, oh my God. The wild card's been played. Ronaldo, so the first thing I would do for himself is to get rid of. Look, no Salah. Well, everyone's got Salah, so you can't make up any ground on Salah. You just have to hope the Salah. Like he's a Liverpool fan, he's hoping Salah. Is that you mean? I'm not saying even the I word here because it's not fair. He's just such a genius. He's just goosed basically. See, a lot of the decisions at the beginning of the season can goose you for the rest until at least Christmas. Because if everybody's on them players, you're already fighting a losing battle, and you have to kind of hope these guys. A bit like that horse out in front. There's a million people on Salah riding Salah train. There's a million. And you're just hoping the fecker falls at a fence or something. Otherwise, it's going to be a cakewalk. And that's what's going on. There's a cakewalk going on here. And you're either on them or you're not on them. What's the latest? 2-2. Oh, my God. Griezmann. Oh, right, that's it. I've got to get rid of this video. There's 34 minutes gone. Okay, that was Willie Nestor, the Hitman. I really hope Hitman gets back, the junior footballer manager. Jason comes out a phenomenal week, as we've seen. Done Owen Collins, who's I'm delighted to have Owen in there. Kieran Kiley's there. Done John Kelly, double winner. Dazza Duffy took out Aidan Fitz, who's had a terrible knot this year. Just so unlucky in Everton. He even drew a match this year. Can you imagine? Oracle being took out by Stephen Carney in the gem. Well done, Stephen. Steve-O, a shout out there for Steve-O. He's not just a pretty face, you know. Joey Fahey with the Fats. He's the latest member of the Top Dogs. Joey Fats Fahey. I want to say Fats, but they want to say Slim Shady. Joey Slim Shady Fahey. Slim Fats. No, well, I like Fats. The Fats. For me, he's the Fats. You know. And let's have a look at here. The Sniper, good game week for himself. Obviously, well, phenomenal game week for both, but he's took the battle of the heavyweights there, 70-66, phenomenal. He's still in the knot there, and the Snowman taking out Faceman. That's a big grudge match, that is. The Snowman versus the Faceman. Like, that's just instant animosity there. It really is. This is the standings. The knot. Gerry's up there with his shades. I think he's more the Slim Shady, Gerry Freeley. Gerry the Slim Shady. Like, you know, I've got a video here. Well, I think I've got it turned off, but you saw in the video he's wearing the shades. So I'm christening Gerry Slim Shady. He's definitely a shady. And myself and him, 7 out of 8, 7-1. And look, the long dog's there. Stephen Carney's always been there. Connor Hussey's having a good season. So they're only 3 points back, with the Guru Killer is just keeping tabs on the top two. And again, Steve, that was a big defeat by Steve and Strat there. And also by the Starman, they've lost a bit, but it can be all caught up. There's 30 more game weeks left here. Face them as there. Any of these 15s, even down 13, 12, there is a chance, you know. It is a bit of luck at the end of the day. The average is bollocks. And James Crane and Boyle Sports, remember the 2E down there, €5 to the kitty. Still, the only 2 to lose to the average. Richardson, Fats is down there. So that's the crack there. I'm going to catch the rest of that match, just 2-2. And Joshua will come on and score and save the day. Okay, that's everything over now here. Thank you. God bless. Best of luck to your team. Next week, quickly, next week is game week 9. I've not given a quick Arsenal. Obviously, I keep all my Arsenal for that Villa game. Okay, I've got all my Chelsea lined up. That's what I was doing for the last 3-4 game weeks. I wanted Chalobah in. I'd start him and then maybe have another Chelsea guy to come on just in case, or something good. Because I like that Chalobah. I think he's a great shout. He's going to be phenomenal. Crystal Palace and Newcastle. Look, Palace are going to slaughter Newcastle the way they're going. But Zaha's out, so that could be a problem. But they're really playing attractive football down there since the Hodgesaurus left. No offense to poor Hodgie there. Everton and Watford, look, that should be straightforward for Benitez, but look, Watford and Sarr, they'll be earmarking that game. Look, West Ham went up to Everton and done a job. Watford will look at that and they'll see why can't they do it? And Everton don't have a Salah to do what they did last week. Leeds and Wolves, look, that could be anything. Wolves will try and stifle and Leeds aren't putting away their chance this year. Rafinha will be back, and I think Jimmy and Wang will probably have a season ticket there against Leeds. That leaves defense. A lot of injuries there. Saints are going to have a good run, and people are predicting that. I think Jamie Ward-Prowse might be back for that as well. Brighton, Man City, look, Brighton are no bad shakes. They won't have much of the ball, but look, they'll relish that opportunity and they'll give it a go. But City just have a bit too much maybe in the end. Brentford, Leicester. Look, it's now, we'll see how good Vardy is now. Can he do it now there? That's one of the best defenses in the league, Brentford, which is phenomenal. I'll see what they've done with Chelsea. Leicester won't be, who also play in blue, they won't be giving Brentford any nightmares. West Ham and Spurs, my game against the old enemy there. Look, Spurs love playing away. They're set up to play away, and they'll do exactly the same crack that they did against Newcastle and hitting the break. I love what Højbjerg and Skip are doing in that midfield. They looked really in control, never looked like losing that game over Newcastle. West Ham, very dogged, and look, they were playing a lot of attack and flair, but the goals have kind of dried up. And they'll have to really depend on Antonio and Bowen and Ben Ram as well. But look, they'll be inspired against Spurs. It's whether Spurs will just do what an Arsenal and just jack it in. I'd be shocked if they did, but he needs to get his formation right. And I advise him never to play a 4-3-3 ever again. United against Liverpool. United will be up for that. They'll go first. They'll forget all the other results and everything going terrible, and they'll give it a go. But Liverpool, my God, I cannot wait. It's 4-3 to Liverpool, maybe. Look, I wouldn't put it past myself just sticking fixing Salah as captain for the rest of the season. I don't trust Lukaku as far as I throw him, even against Norwich away. I trust Mo more, against United. Which I don't know how. They're going to need McTominay back. McTominay will back, Fred, and another defensive, and just, I don't know, sit on them, get a big giant pillow and blanket and just smother the whole Liverpool team, and just, they have to be off and on it from the start. Otherwise, they could be 2 or 3-0 down by half time, and it's all over, and it's just a botched job after that. So Look, Rashford will be back. I'm sure they'll have Greenwood, Bruno, and Cristiano, but who's tracking back and helping the defense? That's my big worry. They're going to have to sacrifice one of those guys. They cannot play like that against Liverpool. I think they need to go one up front. If Cavani's fit, get him back. They need two in the centre midfield. They need three then in behind, and they need to work like feck. This is no joke, because all these jobs on the threat here, and I can smell these things. I can smell seconds, mate. I smelled the Frank Lampard one a mile away. I smelled the Pochettino second a mile away. I can smell this stuff out. So anyway, okay, I missed the first half. See what's going on here. 43 minutes. Oh, I've heard of this Koke. Yeah, I've heard of him. It's not just stuff up your nose. Koke is okie dokie. Okay, after that, boys, girls, Orla Connolly as well. A shout out to our only lady. Boys and girls, if you like this video, click, subscribe, like. I do my best. And over and out, Guru out. God bless, folks. I'm going a bit croaky. I need my fish and chips. Bye.